What you want to do is start off by sketching a circle. As you can see, it's not the most perfect circle, but that's what I would recommend starting off with to establish your baseline for the head. Next step is simple. All you're going to do is split the face to create a plane for two halves of the face. So the next step is drawing the cheeks, and this basically consists of drawing an upside down house on top of the circle. That's what your end result should be when you flip the page upside down for what this cheek looks like. Just remember, what you do on one side of the face you have to do on the other, hence the line that's split down the middle. So watch very carefully as I sketch out this face. Now this is a male face, so as you'll notice, the face structure will be a lot thicker, a whole lot thicker. Awesome, so for this next step you want to complete the T, and what that's going to do is allow you to draw the eyes, which is super important. And as you can see here, the eyes are basically drawn as ovals and stuff on each side, splitting the line that you literally just made. Now don't forget the eyelids either, and what you'll do is basically kind of give a little bit of a gap of space and trace over the top eyelid, and kind of give them some personality. Also for the nose, what you want to do is, I guess, kind of give them two little upside down check marks and stuff, and then like a C on each side, a backward C on the right hand side and a regular C on the left hand side. Then you're going to obviously do the V with the lips and everything, and like I said, what you do on one side of the face you're going to do with the other. Now the lips are, you know, pretty dynamic. Basically it'll just follow what you see here. They're not going to be perfect. This is literally for beginners and stuff, so don't beat yourself up if you mess it up. Because honestly, there's no real mistakes in art. Now you want to draw the irises next, and this is honestly my process for doing the face and everything. And then, you know, add kind of like, you know, some details, like some minor details on the face if you want to. That's what I typically do when I'm drawing faces and whatnot. Just, you know, as like a baseline. Now the eyebrows are very simple. You can start off by drawing two slightly slanted lines to kind of mirror what you did on the other side of the face. You can actually make them blockier too, to make them, you know, more thick, and you can adjust the thickness as needed. On each side of the face you'll have the ears and stuff, and the ears are basically like two halves of a heart. So as shown here, that's basically what they look like. They won't be the most even, as you see. I've made a minor correction and stuff like that, but it's like, I mean, you can literally do like what you want. Same with the neck. Literally you'll just match what you do on one side of the face with the other. And as you can see, we're starting to get more of a male face. Now, as far as the neck goes, you basically want the neck for a male to be along the outside of the cheeks, or right on the edge of the outside of the cheeks, to kind of give them more of a thicker look and more of a manly look. That's typically how most males are structured in the first place, so yeah. In this next part, we will definitely be discussing how to do hair. Hair is definitely optional, and I'll have a separate tutorial on how to create hair, but this is basically me creating the hairline right here. Like I said, you can choose to do the exact same thing on each side of the line that you establish, or you can do something totally different. Like as you see here, I start off by drawing a hump on the left hand side of this picture. Basically it looks kind of like an ice cream cone a little bit, and then again I give him like a business do over here and stuff like that. So if you really pay close attention, I kind of have him I have his hair parted a little bit, and it looks kind of like it's sloped off at the top and whatnot. So I mean, like I said, you can follow this and create the hair like in this particular way and whatnot. It looks really boxy. And honestly, or you can like honestly be free with it and do your hair however you want. But I will be dropping a tutorial on that. Feel free to comment down below what other tutorials you want me to do. In fact, I'll be doing eye tutorials as well, nose tutorials and mouth tutorials. But this is just the placement and everything without using a ruler or anything if that's not accessible to you. Just some basic things you want to keep in mind. So now I'm drawing the pupils and stuff for the male. I normally do this towards the end. That's the end of my process and whatnot. And you know, you can add any other detail in the face as you see fit. Any other detail. But this basically is the baseline for what a male face looks like. I'll also have a shading tutorial a little later for this as well. Now, like I said before, you're going to start filling the details like the eyebrows, the shading for the nose, the shading for the chin. And as you can see here, all I did was draw an upside down C and run my finger across it. You can also use your pencil eraser to kind of, you know, erase the center of the C that you created for the chin and the nose to make kind of a makeshift shading right there, and then also under the chin as well. You can also add like some shading underneath the chin by basically outlining the chin a little bit and doing kind of what you see here. Like I said, I'll make a shading tutorial and stuff to give you specifics on how to shade and like where the light's coming from and so now we'll be drawing the female face using the same steps as what I've described before. Drawing the circle, splitting the face with a line. This time we made a chin mark for the face. This is a female face this time, so the cheekbones are going to be a little bit higher, as you can see. So they basically look like two halves of like a missile or something, just so you get some reference to what we're working with here. And this time I also start off with the nose. So like I said before, they're basically like upside down check marks and stuff, followed by C's on each side of the nose and of the check marks that you created basically. And then you start with the V for the lips and stuff. You want to make them a little bit more luscious, considering that it's a female and stuff, a traditional female that we're drawing and whatnot. You can honestly, the lips and stuff and everything on the facial features vary, but just for this example's sake, you'll see right now how I'm doing the lips and everything. So you can rewind and copy and follow suit how I'm doing this right now. But like I said, what you do on one side of the face, you do on the other. Now you're going to split the face over here and, obviously, like we did earlier, do the eyes. But now the eyes will be a little bit more slanted, giving it kind of a feminine appearance and stuff. And what you really want to focus on is making sure that the eyes are a little bit slanted. And they're like slanted ovals, so you can just angle the ovals, tilt them a little bit on the split of the line that you drew. Then you draw like the irises in this one. I know it's not in the same order I did last time, but the process can change. The eyelids will be a little different as well in this example of drawing the female face a little bit. So already you can kind of see that the face looks a lot more feminine than what we were doing before with the male face. It's a lot slimmer, cheekbones are a lot higher, lips are a lot more luscious, and then obviously the eyebrows, it's the same as earlier before, and then you can add like little details in the nose to kind of bring it out, give it that 3D look, almost like an upside down C with kind of a hook on it, and it really gives it that really nice like just a 2D/3D effect, especially a 3D effect on the nose and whatnot. Now I color in the eyebrows about it at this point of the of the sketch and everything, and draw some minor details and stuff like the lips and whatnot. And like already you can already really see without it being even finished and stuff, the picture really coming out very feminine and whatnot. And I'm just adding details at this point. Now, you guys are more than welcome to, like I said, do anything you want as far as like the hairstyles, sizing everything up on this picture. This is basically a basic tutorial on how to do all these things. If you guys want to learn anything more specific, like I said, I will be doing tutorials on the eyes. I'll be doing tutorials on drawing different types of noses, different size faces and stuff, faces from different angles, different I guess different styles of hair, as I mentioned before, everything, hands, and how to draw the body and whatnot as well. Just comment down below what you want to see next for this tutorial and how I can make these tutorials better, guys, because at the end of the day, these are all for you. And as you see right here though with the hair, I am doing something different. There's a very distinct check mark right there in the hair. Let's just acknowledge that really quick. And then I kind of outline the outside of the circle that I made for the head earlier, kind of like expanding a little bit outside, maybe like a half a centimeter or so, and that's very subjective. And to kind of give it kind of a certain look, we're basically parting the hair a little bit. So at this point in the hairstyle creation for the female, we could either give her a bun, or we can like drop the hair and let it kind of like hang in kind of a bob a little bit. And that's kind of what we want to do here. So the way I'm doing this bob, I want one of the sides of hair that I'm doing now to kind of overlap the ear, and the other side to be a little bit behind the ear, almost as if she brushed her hair behind her ear on the other side. So as you see here, what we're going to do is erase the left side of the left ear instead of making it look like the hair is basically falling over that ear. And then on the right side, we'll just add detail to the ear right there. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a more poppy effect and whatnot. And obviously, towards the end of this drawing and stuff, guys, you can start erasing your lines. I forgot to mention that earlier. You can start erasing your lines and whatnot. And then, you know, it really makes for the final product at the end of the picture and whatnot. But yeah, as I mentioned before, guys, this is pretty much how I do my faces and stuff, you know, for beginners and whatnot. And then, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions as far as what you want to teach you guys to draw later on in the future, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Right now, I'm just basically filling in the last few details and stuff in the face and on the head and everything. So just shading in the hair, just giving it some sort of color and whatnot, and then adding any and everything else. But that's pretty much basically how you do the female face. And like I said, the rest is up to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Until next time, guys, take care and enjoy the final product.